Hello, YouTube. Hey, if you thought my previous commentaries were unprofessional, get ready for this one. You haven't seen anything yet. Okay, so I slept pretty poorly last night, not for lack of trying, but just for whatever reason. I never really got drowsy enough to fall asleep until like past 4 a.m., so that sucked. And also, I have just come home from a dinner with family. I am absolutely food drunk. You better believe me when I say the second I hit stop recording, I am getting in this bed and I am having some fantastic dreams. I am sleeping like a freaking princess. Until then, though, we've got this little lovely poker game to talk about. This had 50,000 starting chips, $109 buy-in, 15-minute blinds before late reg, 12 minutes after. And we have 1,089 entrants, including Never Skip, Leg Day, Falcons Fan 23. You guys are smart. You know how to read names. Yeah, I'm not going to be uploading this to YouTube until tomorrow morning. I'm sure at the very least I don't hack this part up. Okay, good. Chug Hole 89. I'm seeing that guy a lot. JLV 1979. These have been in the final table I've covered before. All right. So, blinds at 80,000 and 160,000. Going up every 12 minutes. Chip leader is from Georgia. Here we go. I said, here we go. By the way, I was about to start the commentary before I left. Oh no. Hold on. I need to plug this back in so that you guys can actually hear the desktop audio. Okay, that should do it. Except I just make sure. Okay, yeah, okay, it should be good now. It should be good now. um, where where was I? Where am I? Yeah, I'm not gonna be uploading this to YouTube until tomorrow morning. Ace 9 raise from the cutoff. Jack 9 certainly with enough to see the flop, especially under these conditions where the blinds at least take 12 minutes to go up. Everybody's got a decent amount of, not everybody, but most people have a decent amount of chips, which means we're probably going to be here a while. Pair of aces bets, and king queen suited had jack high, which is not a good hand. Pocket tens under the gun for goose is loose. 0 to 100k from Russia with queen ace off. See? And I'm so food drunk, I choose to not even get upset at that stupid, pathetic, utterly pointless, almost all-in move. I'm still gonna call it stupid, pathetic, and utterly pointless because it is, but I'm not gonna be mad at it because I'm just so food drunk. Ace for 0 to 100k right off the bat. Goose is loose, at least has the solace of having about 6.9 million left. There's 6.9 million in this pot. Look at that. 0 to 100k about to be tied with Goose is loose here. Barring a miracle on the river. Nope, close, but no quite. Double up for 0 to 100k. I could just postpone my commentary till tomorrow, but I've been blue ball before about the game automatically being deleted. I wanted to at least post something. I'm sorry. Uh-oh, Pinky the cat is gonna move all in here almost certainly. Oh, I'm getting slightly mad now. That's so stupid. That's so pointless. I hate that play with the passion of not just 1,000 suns, but 1,000 blue super giants. But I also hate pocket nines. I don't know who I'm rooting for less here. Oh, look, a 9. Bye. I don't use Twitter anymore, but if I did, America's Kind Room would cancel me for this one. This is going to be one of the dumbest videos I've ever posted to YouTube. Oh, the blinds are up. That was quick. Obviously has not been 12 minutes yet. They must have made the final table on a paid blind bubble. Polo man with really no decision here. I don't know why he's tanking. Well, actually, I kind of do. Just, make it seem like this was a decision to maybe discourage Goose's Loose from doing that every time. Fairly standard, actually. So, forget I said anything. Except the last thing that I said, where I was defending him properly. Ace 4 says no. Manuja. I would have a hard time saying that name if I wasn't food drunk. Or if I was food sober. That term sounds stupid, though. As if food drunk sounds intelligent. But at least you kind of get an understanding. This isn't the first time I've posted a YouTube video about being food drunk. I don't actually drink, so I'm more than happy to get that same sensation just by eating a lot. Which I really shouldn't be. But the good news for me, personally, is... Fluff sucks. We've entered the part of the year now where I'm in Ohio, and we've got calm, cool, daytimes out there, and I can just grab that Bowflex kettlebell, go out for a walk, swing that thing around, and get a little more fit. And I've got way less excuse now. Ryder Jr. has back-to-back pairs, 0 to 100k with a completely reasonable thin value back here, but very easy fall there. He makes no meal of it. Good for him. Zelly with 10-8 of diamonds. King Queen suited with Jack Queen offsuit. That's still fine though. 10-8. I cannot wait to get into bed. It's right here. I'm touching the soft greenish blue. Mostly green. Like turquoise-ish. Top blanky. It's so soft. I would like to be wrapped in it, but I must finish my work. Well, I got queen high against 10 high here. King queen suited. I think if I was even paying attention enough, was trying a bluff on the flop, stopped, and now Zelly is taking the control of this hand and is trying to bluff the river, and it works. Well done. He sensed the hesitation from King Queen suited. He sensed that he was not confident, and he took over from there. King Jack, pump it or dump it. He says dump it. I've seen tighter folds, I'll say that much. That is a pretty tight fold, though, when you've got less than half of the next guy. I respect the fold a lot less when you are clearly the guy who needs to make something happen now. However, to each his own, that flop is absolute garbage. I don't even care if somebody had a 4 or an 8. That flop sucks. Ryder Jr. Oh no, I started remembering things. Those terrible commercials for Ryder featuring Sam Ryder, the golfer, that are written so pathetically. Ryder decides to bet out, which is pretty brave coming from the second short stack, and of course he bets a quarter of the pot because all shall conform to the exact same playing style. That makes the game way more fun to watch when everybody plays exactly the same. Seriously, when did quarter pot betting on the flop become so popular? And how do I contact Oro Crony? Or I'll even settle for Amelia Watson from Hololive to reverse time so that trend never happens. Ooh, totally get that raise, but he's up against some big pairs. Goose is loose. Managed to win with pocket nines once. He's not going to win with pocket nines this time. Goose is loose. You're my Oshi now. I'm officially rooting for you. You got a nose for pocket nines. Congratulations on that fold. Well done. You won with them once, and then you folded them with no damage whatsoever. Beautiful. You didn't let that one win with pocket nines lull you into a false sense of security about them. You know they're garbage sometimes, and that was one of those times. Zelimangela. That's not his name. Raises with threes, but I like the fold upon being 3-bet. And I'd say that's a pretty standard 3-bet with ace-10 there. From Inauspicious. From Port Ugal. That's a less standard 3-bet, but I guess it is button versus blind versus other blind. Shows the ace upon folding. Kind of had the right idea. Up against another ace, the only problem is it was somehow a weaker ace. That's a big 3-bet. That's a big 3-bet. People do not like to see flops with ace-king. Actually, I shouldn't generalize. It's about half and half. Some people are smart and nice and do want to see flops with ace-king before they commit all 28 big blinds. Because let's be real, when you don't see an ace or a king on that flop, it sucks. Ooh, 7-2 raise. 6-4 suited. Needs 3.5, well, 2.5x to call. He's already got 1x. And does make the little hero-ish pre-flop call, if you can call that hero-ish. Zellyman, whatever. The guy from Georgia picks up middle pair and doesn't c-bet. Bro, if you're going to play 2-7 like that, you better bet when you actually hit a pair, man. I mean, maybe he just wants to go into the check call mode. But now what are you going to do with a third club up? What are you going to do with a fourth club out there? By the way, King-Queen suited somehow has a straight. So King-Queen suited's going to win. He's probably going to check this now that he's got showdown value. Zelly Manuja, if he bets, is 100% bluffing. That's a bluff, all right, and it looks like a bluff, about 80, 75-ish percent pot. Can King-Queen suited sniff it out? He's got the straight. Oh, he folds the straight. 4 clubs out there, just a little too scary. I can't really blame him. That was for about a third of his chap. is chips. I'm bound to say chaps. You know, stack, chips, chip, stack, chap. You know what? What's one thing that being regular drunk and being food drunk have in common? Water makes it end quicker. Oh my gosh. Problem is, in order to pick that up, I need to lean an arm on that soft blanket again. And it just makes me want to sleep like a princess again. King queen suited folds king for offsuit. Middle ace, kind of weak ace on the button, decides to raise. Which is the correct play. I just, ace 6 suited is a very ugly hand, but when you're on the button, it's serviceable enough. You could easily get two people to fold. Uh-oh, Inauspicious probably has enough to call here. Hollow Man just doesn't have that much left. I will give him that he is trying, though. He folded that King Jack earlier, but clearly he is actually thinking and trying. He is going to try and make something happen here. Not a good start for him, obviously. However, ace, king, 10, 9, okay. Pretty much, this will be a chop unless a 6, 5, or 2 happens. That would give Inauspicious the win. Or, of course, if a 3 happens, Hollow Man gets the double. Okay. Everyone loves a chop pot. Hollow Man, I think, will take it. Did he get the Hollow Man name from watching Hollow Live? I hope so, because I've made a couple of references to that already. Well, you're making me proud, Hollow Man. Not deterred by that early raise, he's gonna go with that ace-10. I am proud of you. You're trying, you really are. Zeli Manuja obviously isn't going anywhere, but Hollow Man will have it in good. And now he has bad. Diamond. Ace or diamond for Hollow Man. Or else Zeli Manuja has a knockout. Nope. Zeli Manuja has a knockout. Hollow Man is the 7th place winner. They're all winners. Don't let anybody get you down. You might notice that the prize structure is almost identical to the last one. That's because, again, we have a non-bounty, no PKO. It's just straight up. And last time was like 1,640 people in a $55 buy-in. This is 1,089 in a $109 buy-in. So it all makes sense once you math it out. 8-3 makes a raise. Ace-10 just calls this time. It's not ace-king, but it's even better than ace-king, actually. Ace-10 on the board, along with the 5, if anybody cared about that. And that is the worst continuation bet in the history of anything ever. Here's a baby continuation bet. He's got 8 high. If you want your opponent to fold, maybe you should, I don't know, bet more. Again, a really small bet. I don't understand what the angle is here with 8 high. Rai Jr. has an incredibly easy time calling this down. Ace is up. Even with that queen on the river, there's no way he folds this. Easy, easy, easy call for Ryder Jr. Again, 0 to 100K bets a third of the pot. Do you want him to fold or not? I think that tank was deciding whether he wanted to raise or call. I like the just call there just in case. But yeah, 0 to 100K. Obviously, we know that if he tried harder, he would have just gone broke. We know that. Woo! We know that situationally it's a good thing he didn't bet more. But I really do not understand. He bet like 19% on the flop, 32% on the turn, 32% on the river. You want him to fold or not, bro? Pocket eights into the muck, bro? When you've again got half as much as the next guy? How do you fold pocket eights there? We're six-handed. You're not willing to take a frip? With 13 bigs left? I might be food drunk, but I'm at least know good poker strategy when I see it, or bad poker strategy when I see it. This hand doesn't end up being anything. Goose is loose. We could see would have called with the ace jack, and would have lost the hand. Again, that's being results oriented. Nice call. Nice call. Had pretty much the nut no pair. Decided, now I'll keep him honest. It's a good thing you did. Yeah, I don't want to make too many results-oriented statements, but yeah, he would have doubled up there. I liked the way he had been playing up until those baby bluffs. And then the baby fold. I don't like babies. This is a casino anyway. You don't want babies in a casino. We do have a couple of aliens, though. You're seeing a resurgence of the aliens. 0 to 100K is a rock alien. Zeli Manuja is a sick alien. Which would be me if I even attempted to pick up the kettlebell right about now. Luckily, I'm not planning on doing that. I'm planning on going into this soft, cuddly bed. As soon as I hit the stop recording button, I am sleeping like a princess. You're tired of hearing that. I'll try and shut up now. Ooh, just a limp. Oh, and he gets what he wants, I think. I assume he's going for the re-raise here. Zelly Manuja made it. Yeah. I like the re-raise there because Zelly made it a really big raise in the first place, so that's probably big enough. If he was BSing you, which there's a really good chance that he is, that's enough to be worth just picking it up. I mean, King 9's not a total BS, but it's easily within that cubby hole of, you know, you limped in from the small blind, I'm gonna punish you, but it's also not good enough that I'm gonna... What the heck is that? Hang on a second. Let me get my bearings here. Let me get my bearings here. This guy, this alien, he's not an alien, he's from Russia. This guy folded pocket eights to one raise, and now under the gun, he has bet 5x, leaving him with 6x behind, which is boneheaded, mind-breaking enough. But now he's running into a brick wall, And a titanium wall. Zelly Manusia 3-betting, understandably, with the 8s, is only thinking about 0 to 100k because, why shouldn't he be? Unfortunately for Zelly Manusia as well, Goose is Loose has aces and has no business doing anything other than shoving. Is this why you make that bet? So you can fold now? Because this would be the... Okay, he did fold. I'll give him credit for that. Proceeding any further would have been completely self-destructive. My question is, though, why would you bet that much in the first place? If you wanted to find facts, bet like 700,000. Don't bet 1.25 million. What is that bet size, man? I liked what you did earlier in the final table, but I've disagreed with everything you've done in the last 10 or so minutes. And not for no reason, I think. He's got a pair of 6s now, which surely he has no choice but to run with. Or maybe he does have a choice. Okay, you know what? I'll forgive him that one. It must be extremely annoying. Especially for inauspicious, being able to 3-bet with the guy right next to him being so short. You got to give him credit for something. I'm a little surprised he actually made that play. Not super surprised. It's not that out of the ordinary. But that is kind of brave, considering the ICM at hand here. King Queen suited, wasting everybody's time before making the call. Not massively egregious, but that was the easiest pre-flop call you'll ever see. And whoa, we got a pair. We got a 2-pair. King Queen suited loves this flop. Goose is Loose likes this flop. And King Queen suited elects to just call for now. Goose is Loose, I'm sure, still thinks he has the best hand. And King Queen suited taking a little bit of time before calling on that flop bet certainly didn't look especially confident, so I'm okay with this extra bet from Goose. King Queen suited now probably sizing up a raise. 2 million more. Does that sound good? You're wasting time! Oh, he's going for everything. Not going for value. He's just wants this pot right now at the cost of a third of his time bank. Now, Goose is actually thinking. This is what you use time bank for thinking. He's wondering if this is a bluff or not, with like 2 hearts. Queen Jack of hearts. But he says, you know what? Either you've got a better hand than me, or you've got enough of a draw that I don't really want to take that kind of risk right now. So he makes the good laydown there. Hey guys, did you know that 0 to 100k is still here? Oh right, I'm supposed to be shrimping for Goose is Loose, right? Yeah, really good laydown, man. Real good laydown. Not as good as when you folded pocket 9s pre-flop, though. Nothing beats that. The satisfaction you get when you dump pocket 9s pre-flop. Oh. Oh. The comeback. The comeback on the turn. Zelly Mangela. I'm sorry, man, but I'm going to be doing this all night. Yeah. Size is up a bit, and I don't disagree with that. There's a lot of draws up the. Ooh! Zelly Mangela turning his hand into a bluff here, no doubt about it. Goose is loose with bottom two. Manages to stick in the call, and the 2 on the river for Zelly Manuja. And he makes it 5 million. A miracle card. How in the world can Goose is loose think that card changed anything? Here comes another completely justified tank. That card could not have changed anything. Oh, but it did. It really did. He can't find the hero fold this time, and who can blame him, really? Zelly Manuja blessed on the river and gets that big bet called. 0 to 100. La. Go. Go. You're wasting everybody's time. You've got 4 bigs. Just go. I hate you. I personally hate you. You have got a couple of 2s. I shouldn't personally hate you based on this. But I kind of do. Oh, that was delicious. Somebody help me. No, my bed will help me. My bed will protect me for myself. Oh, there's something wrong with me. I eat too much, that's all. Yeah, there probably is something else wrong with me. Just for the moment, the biggest problem is that I ate a little bit too much. Ace-5 suited goes in the muck. 5-handed, I think he's got to at least try something. Although, to be fair to Ryder, he does have to look at the ICM now. Oh, and another nice little bluff. 3-bet bluff with 3 king. Goose. And now I hate you. I used to love you. But why? This behavior makes no sense. There is no benefit to it whatsoever. I mean, the only... I guess I kind of got to see a small slice of that with 0 to 100 being able to fold after it got re-raised and then re-raised. Like, if you're gonna bet that much, then you're wasting everyone's time for no reason. I remind you, this is the final table. Stalling is absolutely useless. Inauspicious. When you have the option to check, you should not be using your time bank. Ever. Zelly Mangela with a pair does go ahead and bet, and yeah, the king queen. Kind of studied the board, realized that he doesn't have a draw, and decides that's it for this hand. At least that's what I'd be doing. Make sure you don't have a draw. Because I have actually done that before, where I've folded a hand where I just thought I had nothing, but then I realized that I actually had a draw, and I was getting a good price on my money. I should have probably called. Okay, shove for goose. And an actual shove that time. Thank you for that. Pocket nines are back. Can Ryder find the fold? No, but that might be okay because I don't see Zilly calling with that hand. In a non-PKO especially. Good job, Ryder. You won with pocket nines. Ace King. I'm okay with the min raise there, actually. Better than raising 2.25 million. Something to think about, I guess. Oh, look, your time bank is getting really small. Small time bank. Wish you could call Shmuel Ame to give you your time back, but she's not coming. Oh, a pair for Zelly Manuja, and that's bad news for the short stack. Zelly knows that the worst thing that can happen from here is that he loses another 3.5 million. Goose misses the flop with Ace King and thinks it's a good idea to keep going for some freaking reason. Anyway, he's dead. He rode that Ace King into a cliff. I guess just thought that Zelly was full of poop the whole time, but he was not. That could have looked great. I do acknowledge there are certain contexts where that would have looked really, really brilliant. That wasn't one of them. And I will be fair to Goose here. It's really hard to play Ace King when you've barely got any chips left. You just want to hit that flop so bad, and then when it doesn't happen, you're like, well, I've got the nut no pair. It's better than nothing. This guy's got like 8 times as much as me. He could be just posturing and bullying me. Maybe I should still stick it out. You know, you never know. Ryder with, I think, an all-in here. Four-handed. It'd be an all-in for me. He is the short stack. Wow, he folded ace queen. And the jack 10 folds as well. Zelly is just making everybody run for cover. He did have jacks. Obviously, he would have called the all-in there if he'd made it. And now, Ryder's reward for folding ace queen is to pick up pocket nines again. And I think Zelly is going to call you this time. No guarantees, but I think he'll call you. Pocket nines suck. The one time we saw them in this one, they actually won. It is a lot of chips for Zelly to... Wow, he does fold. And he's a lot more risk-averse than a lot of people would be in this spot. But he probably just really enjoys where he's at right now. He's sitting at almost 90 bigs against everybody else having 30. He doesn't want to blow that. He doesn't want to take a risk and have a chance to let someone back in the competition, because if he lets one guy back in the competition, he lets everybody back in. Right now, he's got this table right where he wants him. So by that logic, I totally understand the fold. I don't think I would have been quite that disciplined. Inauspicious, you get that green circle out of here before I run it up your mother. Oh, good. I wasn't about to say anything. I need help. Oh, I can. Water. Water is help. Water is always help. Well, except for floods and eastern Libyan dams being collapsed and deleting 70% of an entire city. Because, yeah, I wasn't going to bring this up, but what was it called? What was the city called? I got it here somewhere. Derna. Derna, Libya. Tropical Storm Daniel. This little storm from the Mediterranean Ocean. It actually already had racked up about 2 billion euros of damage and 15 kills in Greece already. But then it hit Derna, Libya, and 2 dams that went straight into the city both collapsed. And the flooding was so bad that there were literally reports of entire city blocks just being carried out into the ocean. According to sources, there's 10 districts in the city. 3 of them are fine. That's why I say 70% of the city has just been deleted. It's a city of about 85 or 90,000 humans. Or at least it was. Of course, that doesn't concern the United States, so anybody from the United States has never heard about that until right now. Because that's what our media does. Doesn't affect us, then who cares? Thousands upon thousands of humans are now dead due to one storm. The body count is already over 6,800 and is expected to keep going up. Because according to Libyan officials, there are up to 100,000, like, missing. That entire city of Derna, the entire population might be lost. Anyway, I just made you all feel really, really terrible. King Queen suited hits top pair. Not top pair anymore. Zelly has a pair and some middling draw opportunities that were unrequited on that turn, and I guess that's why he's done with the hand. Very nice fold. Just, I didn't get the turn card I wanted. Move on to the next hand. Let's just keep things the way they are because I've got this table dominated. I don't need to do something stupid and let somebody else back in this thing. Okay, now it's King-Queen against Inauspicious, so they might play a little bit differently here. King-Queen probably likes that flop. Inauspicious probably likes that flop. They both don't like that turn. This might be a very small pot in the after all. There's a little bit of a feeler bet there. I don't even mind the sizing. Because that's not really a C bet. That's just a see where I stand type of bet. I don't mind the call there. I expect the river will go check, check. No, I'm wrong. Back-to-back thin value bets, I assume. I'm not really sure what that bet is. King Queen suited has got literally the only hand that would call him here, except for, okay, this and pocket fives would be the only hands that would call him that he's got beat. But, well done, Inauspicious. Credit where it's due. That was actually a good demonstration of the small bet. Don't mess around with 6-3, dude. think my head's starting to clear a little bit. Not all the way. Now I'm just getting tired. Oh my God, I'm getting tired. I just described one of the worst natural disasters in planet Earth's history, happening right as we speak. Well, the storm is dead. Like the disaster is over, but obviously the effects are going to be much longer lasting than that. Zelly with none of that. Especially with just enough of it. The pot actually ended up being somewhat big. But that's a pretty small bet. I think it could find a call here. I don't mind the tank. It is worth thinking about. Good call, though. Zelly obviously was trying to pretend like he had the spades. But he didn't quite bet enough, I don't think. Inauspicious had just enough to stick around for that. And that was good use of the time bank. He still has most of it. Boy, pocket tens just loves the flop, doesn't it? Thankfully, king queen's got nothing. Four players, four countries. Actually, it was already like that. Like 6 players, 6 countries. This is what I like to see. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Oh, they both hit their flush. They both had a pair and a flush draw. Inauspicious with the better flush. It's been checked to him. But he would like some value, and that's certainly a good bet. It gets a call, and Zelly has let happen what he didn't want to do. That's English, I think. And he is now tied with Inauspicious, although in fairness to Zelly, that was a pretty tough one to get away from. The previous hand, maybe if he bet more, he could have won it. Oh my, that's a huge shove. That's a really big shove. I don't care if the effective stack was 8 million. That's too big. Uh-oh, looks like the small ones are going to go at it here. Maybe not. Zelly's already in for 700. Okay, Ryder does go for the all-in. King Queen with a really difficult decision now. It is four-handed. Normally, you would be totally fine with sticking it in there. He is going to go for it. He had 20 big blinds behind, and I assume that what he did there, in order to be able to make the call, was just to throw out Zelly's hand and just think about what Ryder might have. Because Zelly could raise with anything, and he is correct about that. Zelly's certainly not playing this one. All right, this is basically for both of their tournaments, and we're going to be at a 3-way tie by the end of this. Ryder caught a small piece of that. Ryder caught a big piece of that. King, queen suited is going to need a suited queen. Any of the 3 suits. Or else he's out of here. And it is or else for king, queen suited. Great run in this tournament for the Joker. King, queen suited. My head's not as clear as I was hoping. Okay, yeah. Well, only 3 people left. Unfortunately, that bar still has a long way to go. There's 3 really big stacks. I've got a job to do. I've got work to do. I want to sleep. I want to sleep so bad. I'm going to knock myself out with... oh my goodness. Oh my Guinness World Records. 5 ace suited. 9s. And Aces. Just a regular raise by inauspicious. A regular 4-bet. A little too suspicious. And again, I give Zelly a lot of credit for getting that while he still could. Those pocket nines, they suck. And whenever you see a small, cold 4-bet like that, they're bluffing about 0.05% of the time. And we really haven't seen inauspicious get out of line at all tonight, have we? I could be wrong. In my current state, I could be wrong about that, but I don't remember it. I don't know about you guys. Ryder. That's a small pot. He'll probably pay this one off. Maybe he got a creative idea, though. Nah. Oh, wow. Nice fold, actually. Only saved himself one big blind, but he did save himself. I snap call that without even thinking. Zelly with the rees. Ryder with pocket fours. I can't imagine he's going to fold these three-handed. Does make the call. Zelly hits. But somehow the fours are still good. Inauspicious now starting to take control at 23 million. Set for Ryder Jr. 4, 4, 4. 2.5 million in the middle. Time to start extracting all the... Oh, Zelly does make the call. There's some draws out there. Ryder, time for the next extract. This time I think Zelly will think better of it, depending on how big the bet is. That's a big bet. He's folding. How big the bet is. I love beds. Food. Snap raise. Snap call. Bad flop. Nine of diamonds. Ryder with the better of the straight draws. Inauspicious, in fact, cannot win with a straight. Good thing he's got that king, because that gives him the best hand. I don't know if he knows it, though, and he's facing a bet. Does make the call. That's a good call. Ryder, though, gets one of his outs, the jack. Not a spectacular out, but it'll do. May go check, check. Or he may go for some value. Nothing crazy, though, like 1.4, 1.5 million would be my guess. Oh, wait, no, it's 2023 and it's the river. If you don't bet at least 60% of the pot, you're an absolute sissy. Well, either way, I don't think he was getting much action, so... I shouldn't say like it's 0 to 100, of course. Bet tiny, and then tiny, and then tiny. He should have bet way more. Five. Instant revenge. Implying that anything is personal when you get three-handed. And pretty good discipline from Ryder, not trying any silly bluffs with the 9 high. It is actually okay to give up on a pot once in a while, especially when it's a small and inconsequential one. Ooh, Ryder. Ride him, cowboy. And that's a call explicitly off of runner straight draws. Why do people do that these days? I have no idea. You've got 10 high and runners. You know what your odds... Oh my goodness, you are making a bad timing. Oh man, I like the idea he was calling to try and set up a move, but just piss poor timing on his part, unfortunately. He had an idea and he tried it, but it's not going to work. Ryder now salivating at that 11.8 million chip pot. Don't you dare go for it. Okay, good. I will say that a lot of the poker that I've seen lately, while it has been extremely formulaic and GTO optimize robot, when I do see people actually get creative and try bluffs, for the most part, those that actually get to the final table don't get carried away with it. I give Zelly a lot of credit there for realizing that he might be punting it off, so he saves some back to try and win the old-fashioned way. Just partial punting, which is something that I was very good at when I used to play. Partial punting. When I made a move that was about to blow up, I didn't keep going. I like that he made a small raise there, actually. I see way too many people just way overzealous and just instantly commit 30 big blinds with small pairs. Because that's what GTO says! That's what all the robots tell me to do, so I do it without questioning anything. Oh! Look at that bet size! He actually bet something! And won the pot, what do you know? Ryder could have played, decided not to. Wasn't feeling the Jack 8. Even now, with the blinds going up, it's not desperation time for anybody. We actually are watching poker. Which if I was in a better physical and emotional state, I'd be super stoked for. If I wasn't massively looking forward to just going to bed. Again, I've been blue-balled before, so I wanted to get something out there. I finally realized, but ooh, full house for Ryder. And Inauspicious is playing the board 10-10-8-8 ace. And that's an overbet. It's meant to look like a bluff, and he fell for it. Thundercross split attack. I'm a W word. What was I saying? I finally remember the finishing point of how I was about to record this before I went out. I want to praise ACR Poker for something. Their new interface is a lot more stable than the last one, because I commented, and you guys have seen, presumably over the months, huge fluffer inauspicious, that sometimes in the middle of commentating a final table, I'll just get booted out of it for no real reason. But even with my computer like semi-idle for 2 hours, all this stuff actually stayed on the screen. I didn't have to reboot, reset, organize any of it. And I still haven't, even after calling most of this final table. So, you know what, ACR? You're doing something right with the new the new interface system. Heads up display. You're doing something right. Flush draw. Bad straight draw. Flush draw wins. Rider. Especially with an ace three-handed, no reason to fold it to one raise. Rider. Thinking for a while on what to bet. And, wow, he actually bet kind of a lot, didn't he? That's actually even more than I would have bet. I would have made it like 1.1 million or so. Yak 2 picks up a 2. King 10 picks up a IOU. Scary board. I'm sure that's a bluff. He's more than happy to take it down. Figures that he can represent a 6 and make a 7 or an 8 fold. Well, there's the IOU from King 10. Ryder's got some straight outs. Not as many as he thinks, though. He does not want to get a 10. Zelly has a pair. In fact, Ryder can only win with a 5. Nope. Zelly with 2 pair. Which he's not all that thrilled about. Any 10 beats him, obviously. 7-6 does not. It's got to be a 10. 10 only. But he can certainly bet like he's got a 10. And see what Zelly's made of. 4 million? I don't know. Goes with a value bet bluff. I don't think it's working, though. He's got too much of a hand. There are certainly some times when the value bet bluff will work there, but Zelly did have a little bit too much of a hand. But, yeah. Certainly not a terrible play. I see 2 evil green circles. Zelly is now standing up on his own for what is right in this world. Put some respect on the name Zelly Mangela. I got it wrong again. That's not respectful. Zelly Manuja, yeah. Put some respect on that name. I promise. Next time I commentate poker, I will be in slightly better shape than this. Not much going on here. Congratulations and auspicious. The Chargers blew another fourth quarter lead this past week. Big 3-bet there. Very impressive work. But, inauspicious. to be fair to the Chargers, it was a very well-fought game. They just happened to be on the losing end of a good shootout. But they had a fourth quarter lead and blew it, so haha. Raider Nation. I'll embrace the happiness while it lasts. It probably won't be that much longer. Oh! Queens full for Ryder Jr. And talking about football, Ryder Jr. as in Broncos country. Let's ride, Jr. Probably not. He's from Argentina. And a nice quick laydown from Zelly. Ryder with so much hand there. Had to just bet there and hope that Zelly somehow, against all odds, has a good piece of that board. Oh, I forgot how hot that Lady Ningguang sticker is on my computer. Oh my god, dude, shut up. Talk about poker, you idiots. I'm talking about how hot a sticker is. What is wrong with me? Would you... Okay, anybody who's actually tolerated me up to this point, who's watched this far, would you like to see me commentate this stupidly again? Because I feel like it hurts the integrity of the game that I am commentating if I'm like this every time. But maybe just once in a while, just roll it when I'm totally food drunk. Inauspicious. Certainly tempting to play the 8-7. Oh! Again, that's a pretty good tank. Understandable. 8-7 has its faults, and it has its benefits, and one benefit is flopping 8-7. And Ryder is ready to keep revving the engine, so absolutely just call. I like that play. Now, there are some draws out there. He's going to check. Now would probably be the good time to make the check raise. Make sure those draws don't come home. We can see that Ryder has queen high and no draw. But I think now the pot's big enough. Let's just rip it in. Okay. Well, that's a pretty safe river card. 10-9 got there, but that's it. Gonna check again and let Ryder go for the triple barrel. Is he willing to keep punting? No, he is not. Again, very good discipline being shown by these guys. Once they kind of catch themselves in the act of punting, they're able to stop themselves. Well, he doesn't get to play ace queen suited. That's kind of sad. Jack 9 versus Queen. Dang in the ground, I call it Queen. Oh, yeah, that's an easy one. I'm now very happy that I don't get paid for this. Because if I did get paid for this, and this is what I put out there, I would be embarrassed. But because I'm not being paid, I'm not embarrassed at all. Understandable bet there by Ryder. Thinks he can probably just pick it up right now. Inauspicious, though, with the queen and the 6. So he's beating ace queen now. Because the 4s are smaller, so they're not counterfeiting him. And now he leads out. Ryder, I can easily see him paying this off because this bet seems to come out of absolutely nowhere. This might be something you call just out of curiosity. He does make the call. I certainly am not faulting him there. Inauspicious takes it and goes up to 24.9 million. Oh, there's an 8-7. Let's see what happens here. Oh, it's a Reese. Well, he knows how to pick these up. Terrible cards. Come on, somebody. Let's see at least one jack here. Oh, we got a couple of kings. Another raise. A raisable hand, actually, for once. Instead of 8-7. King 9 is raisable. Okay, looks like a very plausible split pot. Okay, it's a chop. I don't see any way that one guy is going to fold. First of all, and they're literally, that still doesn't change anything. It's still 5-5-5 king king for both players. Oh God, Ryder, don't fold. He's really thinking of folding this. Okay, he didn't. God, he almost folded that. He definitely was not worried about pocket 8 or pocket king, since he had a king and an 8 there. He was worried he was up against the last 5. And I guess, to be fair, Zelly may have been overplaying that. I don't know. He was really, really thinking that he might be up against the last 5. It is a real worry, but I really don't think there was any shame in going out that way if it happened to be that. Uh-oh, Zelly's in trouble now. If he was if he was overplaying the king, this is his punishment for it. Implying there's any justice in poker, which is a stretch. Okay, a total brick river. So Zelly probably in check call mode. Inauspicious. Absolutely can bet here, knowing that he's got the best hand. Big one. He still might get a call. Nice fold. Yeah, again, Zelly has shown really good discipline when it's called for. That was impressive. And now, it's time for him to be rewarded with the Lon McCare Memorial hand. Ryder does not go crazy with a 7. And an easy free bet and take it. Which is the best kind of 3-bet and take it. Another 3-bet hand for Zelly here. And easy fold. Actually good to see these guys with chips to play. It's not just all ins. You can actually 3-bet regular numbers. Must be very liberating for these guys. Liberating for me to watch, too. I warned you, didn't I? I warned you that this was going to be an extremely unprofessional video. At the beginning. At the very, very beginning, I warned you. Four. Not good enough, though. Probably like a minimum bet and a call. Yep. Standard. Oh, Ryder. Ryder, baby, go, go, go. Oh, boy, I just said that out loud, too. What's next? I hope it's not my password to ACR. Oh, no! Inauspicious. Living up to his name and going for the bluff shove with 10-9. Ryder has it, though. He's got the overpair. He's got a crushing lead on his hand. And 8, however, would make him really, really sad. Spade. An 8 or a spade. Well, queen of spades is okay. No! Oh, Ryder runs queens into 10-9 suited and gets boosted in third place. Oh, it happens. Inauspicious, just going for the bluff. That is about as fine of an example of task failed successfully as you will ever see. Oh my shoot. This is going all in. Pretty rare that you see two hands this good heads up. Rip. 8. And an ace. It took a little while for me getting into poker when I was literally 8 years old, because that was when Chris Moneymaker was doing it. Ow. It took me a little while to really understand how hitting an ace and then your opponent hitting the 8, how in the world are they so unbalanced, those percentages? But yeah, eventually I did figure out that there is a massive difference between flopping a set and flopping one pair. 8. Any Stanley Parable fans out there? 8. 8. Okay, I'm done. 36 million, and they basically flip-flop the chip stacks, which is fair because they were flip-flopping from the beginning anyway with those two hands. Still both have chips, though. And welcome to Heads Up, where Queen 3 suited is an automatic call. Not anymore, though. Kongs get a walk. Kings do need their walkies, too. It's true. There's another walking king. Inauspicious with the solid call there. They both have floosh draws, and this is an exact replica of a hand we saw earlier, except I think they was reversed. Inauspicious had the jack, and Zelly had the 8. Zelly catching that one real well. 8-4 versus ace. And how sad is that? You finally pick up aces when you're way behind Heads Up, and that's all you get from them. The table is certainly tilting towards Zelly at the moment. Suited ace versus Quans. Will Zelly just call? Nope, here we're going right here. We already saw that queens don't run very well against 10-9, and they still wouldn't run very well against 10-9. Although ace-7 is not liking that flop much. Oh, they're still not running well against 10-9. Zelly wins with an ace and an ace only. Oh, okay, I guess queens can beat 10-9. And we flip back to dead hecking even. Look at those guys. Bottom pair top kicker leads for Inauspicious. Gut shot for Zelly. Couple of 2s. Nobody has a 2. And check. Oh, no, he's going for value. Impressive, but not getting called by 8 high. I would have checked back there for no other reason than if I wanted to get called by a 2 before. I don't want to get called by a 2 anymore. Ace King suited. Inauspicious keeps getting dealt really, really big hands pre-flop here. Oh! Well, I guess that is probably the appropriate play heads up. No reason to soft play Ace King suited. So I got a little bit out of that one. Plus, he'd already doubled up, so can't really complain. Zelly, of course, still standing for everything that's good in the game by not having an evil green circle. Five stands by, correctly so. 6 hits the river, pecks off that mini bet, which I'm not going to say was wrong. That mini bet was fine, just caught an unlucky river. Pong. Unlucky turn this time. Zelly does decide to throw out another bet with somewhat poor timing. And now there's a bet and a call. Wow. Funny how that worked out. Again, Inauspicious using the fact that there were 2 clubs and there was never a third one to make a bet like that, to make it look like it's some kind of weird bluff, and the opponent just has no choice but to call almost out of curiosity. So, well done. Inauspicious has a pretty good move going here. Not working this time, though. King high, no good against the pair of 9s. Zelly does not like that river, though. Hold on now. Oh, snap call! Nice call. That was a scary river card. Inauspicious bet huge, and Zelly was just having none of it. But I do like the huge bluff there by Inauspicious. He's making some brave moves for a green circle-wearing coward. No, he is making good moves, though. That was a good move right there. Got a pair, just do what you can to pick it up. And again, if it failed, then we know he's capable of turning it off. Moving on to the next hand. The Lon McCare Memorial hand. Fishes could probably... Oh! I was going to say call. He ends up re-raising, and that's an obvious all-in for a Zelly. Congratulations, you just picked up 5.1 million without seeing a flop. Only the best of us can say that. I can't even say that for fake money in replay poker. Yet. Nice board for Inauspicious, and absolutely nothing going for Zelly on that one. It's been a nice tug of war so far. There have been a couple of hands that just almost played themselves and they go all in. Up straight for Zelly. And it's like, oh, yeah, that 2.4 million. I like that music. Can you make more? Oh. Maybe not the best time to raise there, bro. I mean, yeah, he didn't want to see a club on the river or anything like that, but not the best time to raise. I certainly would have trips. I certainly would have just slow played it. Of course, I probably have a heart attack when the river pairs the board or is a club, but you know, it's heads up. You gotta have to roll with those punches. When your opponent can have anything, you know, you gotta. Zelly with ace king. Couple of Dukes. Oh my god, he moved all in for 20 million. Guys. Somebody please tell these poor people that this is a horrible idea. 2.5. 33.55 with twos. It's just a couple of twos. Why are you risking 33.55 to pick up 2.5? If you happen to get called, it is either a much better pair or it's this. I don't understand why the GTO robots think this is a good play. I really don't. Zelia's gonna call. So far, so good for the twos. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Well, that was a really good heads up. It just wasn't the best finish to it. But congratulations to everybody at this final table. They did put on a really good show. Even though I was a horrible commentator throughout the whole final table, I still hope you guys enjoyed in some weird, stupid way. I hope somebody else is doing what I'm doing and you can actually listen to a good commentator. If that exists, then good for you. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. But this was the best I could do right now while making sure that I actually got this one out. Yeah. I'm going to Fred. I'm going to bed. Like right now. Bye.